Hi, this is Optimus Primal. Welcome to the Oilhouse.
Hey Dave, you ever heard your exhaust got licked by a fat bod who's a triple changer?
Booyah!
It's called knocking it out of the park, gentlemen.
Just called knocking one out, I think.
You know, I'm never going to be able to get the image of Hot Rod saying that out of my head.
Operation Did You Know I Wanted to Be a Dancer?
Or Springer doing that. That's just...
I'm not even going to bother doing an intro. I'm just going to let this one carry on. Come on.
Sorry, but Springer...
Operation Chasing Amy.
Quite possibly one of the... quite possibly one of the most serious bots ever. You know, just kind of turning round to Hot Rod and saying, "Did you not know I wanted to be a dancer in Vegas?"
Do you know who would make a better chain salad, Bob?
Go on.
Punch and counter punch.
Because they're the same.
Anyhow,
I am having one final thought of Springer flinging like Rumble or Frenzy out the back of a transport and just going, "No ticket." That's my image.
oh, there's a question. Who would be a good Indiana? Should we just get away and actually start the show? We'll come back to that one.
Perceptor.
Perceptor would make a good Indiana Jones.
Both versions of it, because you've got the scientist when he's at work,
Yes.
when he's at school, when teaching at school, and the rest of the time he's going to be f***ing going.
Fair enough. Do you know who I think would make a really good Indiana Jones?
Go on.
Punch and counter punch. Not Indiana Jones as a transformer. I want Indiana Jones to be exactly the same, but it's got punch and counter punching playing the Harrison Ford role. Fine. Suppose we're to get this started.
We should do at some point.
I
People
feel
are-
the need to...
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Old Oilhouse is proud to present a podcast!
Apparently we do these occasionally.
Every now and again.
Really?
Starring the Dark Ages,
Hello.
Mr. Stew, the Chaos Envy,
Hi.
Mr. Rob, and me, your host. Good morning, good evening, good night. I want to do an intro?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Go for it, dude.
Oh, there we go. So, yes, it's the lock-in. We're all very tired.
And ill.
It's been a few days since Auto Assembly finished, and none of us are completely over it yet, I don't think.
I don't think anybody in the community is.
No.
No.
Everybody's... It's been great, it's just killed everybody.
I noticed last night that McFeely put down that he's starting to come out of it now. And
Yeah.
he was getting a bit happier.
Everybody's grinding back into normal life and getting back to usual, but...
Yeah, I'm so glad I
to be
took
there
this.
a while.
So glad I took this week off
Yeah.
because
I think to get back to work. I know it's going to sound stupid when I get back to work. I think I'm going to be a bit better.
yeah.
Because obviously I'll be working and my brain will be off on things, but... Could be better, could be worse. See what happens.
Indeed.
I think as soon as I get back to work, I'm booking next year off. Not the entire year, just...
So when would you like your holiday to start? January 1st.
When you want it to end? December 31st.
You can't take that much time. I can.
taking a sabbatical.
You can take that much time off. You'll only get paid for X amount of weeks. Oh, fair dues.
But the first 6 weeks. You'll get paid right up until the 20th of February. Then
That's it.
you must look for a new job.
No more holidays for you. It's technically called being fired.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Not being fired. Do you want me to make you feel better? You're fired! Feel better?
Yeah.
Marvellous.
Yes.
I'm so pleased.
I just
For you.
wish I had another job to go to.
Told you, I'll give you a job.
I don't want that sort of job.
Get on the street corner and make me some Benjamins.
I'll stand on a street corner and kill people for you.
That's not making me Benjamins.
It is.
I suppose you could take the wallets.
It's a ninja hooker. Hey baby, you're looking for a deadly time.
Hey baby, you looking for a ninja hooker? Haven't I never seen you before?
Actually, I've still got that picture to draw.
Which one?
Tiredness can kill.
Oh, tiredness can kill.
It's a tired ninja.
Tiredness can kill. Sleepy ninjas. Next 3 miles.
I did try and get a picture of the tiredness can kill sign for you, but I was too tired. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the sound of a face bar.
Impressive.
Didn't. Thank you very much. He'll be gone by tomorrow.
See, it's good that he's going, because when I said I didn't feel well this morning, he went, "Oh, good, if you don't show up, then I can be the funny and pretty one."
Hey,
He's already
hey,
trying to
hey.
usurp me.
I didn't say that.
You can't be the funny, pretty, egotistical one. Oh wait, yes you could. if you're two already, then I suppose you could be the third. Hi, I'm funny. Start laughing. If you're not laughing, stare at this face, because it is sexy. Baby.
And that video is going up.
It's you, no shirt, but your own face drawn on your chest.
No, the video of you manly smoking.
Uh-oh.
Bringing
It
that
was
pipe was
fun.
genius.
No, it was when he was he'd taken a drag of the cigarette,
Yeah.
and then he was going
Oh, that
out of his nose.
I didn't see that. Oh.
The only thing is, he screwed it up on the intake because he put the bag in his mouth and went like that, and then nearly killed himself. So that one is going up.
That pipe was... Oh,
That was genius.
I love that pipe.
Nothing will ever prepare you for the awesomeness that is glad in that bowler hat and the pipe.
Well,
Nothing sums up the sentence. Put away those legs, mother, they're awakening my sexual ardour, as much as that picture.
I might send him a pipe. Just to bring some more joy into his life. Send him a pipe and a skeletal.
Son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch!
Quick!
Potter! Welcome to the Defence of the Dark Arts. Think quick! Oh, wow. What a weekend.
Hell of a weekend.
Yeah. Oh, should we get back into the grind then?
Yeah, I suppose.
So, what have we got that we did not have last time we spoke?
Coal.
Yeah.
Serious mental problem.
A weakening urge to just go back to Birmingham and sit there, waiting. What are you doing? I am merely waiting. Bring me food. Waiting.
What else? Oh yeah, a giant hole in my bank account where money used to be.
Yeah.
And the urge to sit in a corner and cry after seeing some of the artwork that was done there this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've been doing some stuff just recently, which I was quite proud of, as I'm sure you remember. 'Cause I showed it you and I was like, I'm really proud of this. I think I've done a good job. And then I just like kind of went to AA, and it was like, I'm burning it all.
Roche will do that to you. Oh, that's something else that I took away. I learned how to do the Roche.
Oh, the Roche.
The Roche is an awesome dance. I will be cranking it out next year, hopefully.
Nice.
Where the hell did the Roche come
I don't know,
from?
Andy taught me it.
Right.
I'm assuming it came from Andy. Because
Billman!
there is a demonstration video of how to do the Roche that Andy has done. The Roche is awesome. That is getting broken out next year, honestly. A whole line of people doing the Roche. Nick Roche.
I haven't actually seen the instructional video for
I'll
doing
dig it
the
out
Roche.
for you, it's funny. That clang was the mail being delivered.
The postman knocks twice, and he comes to kill you.
But only when he's got bills, son of a bitch.
He only knocks once when it's happy things. If he's bringing a parcel full of toys, then he doesn't even bother. He just leaves it outside and kicks it round for you.
And you get a red slip going, I tried to deliver it, honest.
And you were standing outside the door going, "No! Knock, you bastards!"
I suppose we should actually get on with this and say what we've actually got.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first, Mr. Rob?
Yeah.
Amos. AKA
Yeah.
KSNV.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Also known as Rob.
Carry on.
Hurt. Coy.
Let him say what he's going to say.
Okay.
The amount of people that I actually, well, the amount of people, because I didn't actually talk to that many, because most of them scared me. The ones that I did talk to, that turned around and just said, hot, ravenous. And it was just kind of like, feel a little uncomfortable now. Siegfried said it when he was behind me. It freaked me out, something chronic.
We've created a monster.
Yep. I would apologise, but I can't. I can't find it within myself.
No, you just enjoy saying it too
Yeah,
much.
I wouldn't expect you to apologise anyway. It is, as much as it annoys me at times, it is still funny.
Why? Just because you see me back into a corner?
At this point, I don't think I need to ever say it again. I'll just let the rest of the world do it to you. Come on, world. There'll be this morning you'll wake up, right? You'll open your front door, and there'll be like 50 people out there, all in Oilhouse shirts, and they'll all, in unison, just go, Hotter! Robimus! All just rubbing their knees gently.
Oh, I'm scared now.
It'd be like the New Zealand rugby team.
No,
Yes.
when they start doing the war dance.
Yeah. Hotter! Robimus! Ooh!
Oh dear God.
Touching you while you sleep. Ooh!
Okay. I don't need this. I've got a cold slap mantle.
I'm going to climb behind the sofa now for protection.
That won't help.
There's no protection from the angry hordes.
So I
They want to touch the pretty one.
stop.
Okay.
I did have two things I wanted to come back from auto assembly with.
Mm-hmm.
I managed to get one of them. So 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Hey! It's half.
It's the glass is half full.
Yeah,
Indeed.
He couldn't fit Simon Williams in a bag.
Get in there, Williams! When I open this bag, you better come out and start dancing.
No, better come out the bag and start strutting. That was so funny. He just came in with the
Oh,
feather
yeah.
boas.
Oh yeah.
It's the fact that when they were filming the entrances, and he just stood in front of the camera and did the.
He did a very good job.
It was
Very
so,
good job.
especially the fact that instead of actually grabbing the microphone off the MC and sort of saying, you know, hi, good to be here, sort of thing, he just
stayed in
went.
character.
He went up to him and they just did it as an interview. Well, you know something, brother. That was it was so
It's the fact that
funny.
he just instantly switched it to Mean Dean.
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
You know something, Mean Dean.
The Transformaniacs.
So yeah,
I did expect it to go into the Williamaniacs, but I'm happy where he went.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't.
I had 2 things I wanted to get, which was Drift, because it's awesome, and Masterpiece Grimlock. All Masterpiece Grimlocks went.
Yeah, you didn't have a hope in hell, mate.
Apparently, and you're not going to be happy with me on this, because I only just found this out myself. The, not Kapow, the one that was opposite Kapow, on the Sunday morning, they had 3. I don't know how long they had them for,
Son of a bitch.
but apparently they went fast. It was the proper US cereal box version, the one that does look like it's Kellogg's Present
Oh no,
Masterpiece Grimlock.
But that was a Japanese one. That one's going to be.
That was
hellish.
£200.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Robin's the Hasbro one. Because the Hasbro
Yeah,
one
yeah,
was
yeah.
there.
I thought that. Oh, right, I was told that was the Hasbro one.
No, it was the.
in
No,
the cereal box.
that's the Japanese
That was the
release of the
that
King
was the
one.
Japanese.
Oh,
King
right.
one.
So there is 3 versions of it.
Right.
Remember, there's the
Because they were. I did actually see those ones. It was like, oh, Masterpiece Grimlock, and I
Yeah.
looked. It was like £200, and it was like, yeah, I don't want him that much.
Right, okay, fair dues. Then in case the information I've been given was wrong.
Yeah, so I managed to get Drift, which I nearly had to kill a man for. Because, what's his face that we met at AA, the one that hung about with us quite a bit.
Siegfried?
No.
JD?
No.
Andrew?
The random guy that just
Yeah,
turned up and started talking to us.
this is going to sound terribly wrong and then doubly wrong if he's actually going to listen to this at some point. Did anybody actually ask him his name?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
There was a guy who kept sitting with us.
Yeah,
Randomly.
Becca started talking to him. I think Becca got his name, but we all just started talking to him like we knew him.
He is on the Tiny Wave store.
Oh! Sorry, I thought...
Yeah, he always sort of.
Right,
I think he was
no.
there by himself, so he
Yeah.
gravitated towards us.
Yeah.
And just hung out, and none of us asked us his name.
I am so going to cut this entire section out.
So it doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah.
That was the thing, though. It was really weird because I never once asked him his name,
Yeah.
but it was just when we started talking to him, it was just so comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like we didn't need to know.
Well, that was something I found through the entire weekend. I was meeting Because for me, that was the first time I met like Tiny, Dave, Andy. By the end of it, me and Andy are having a good old laugh.
Oh yeah.
He still wants to rub my head. Still weirds me out.
It's finally got on the Saturday night. I finally got a chance to talk to Sammy, Skullgrin 140, who I spoke to a lot last year. Missed out a lot of this year. Didn't get to see him much, so that was good. He's on the video. He's the one that goes better than 09 and ching ching.
I do.
Yeah. So anyways, that guy, because I'd been around the store once and he hadn't got it, and I was totally gutted. And then I went back for another look, because somebody said he had some more boxes to go up, and he was there holding a drift, and he said, "Yeah, I think this is the last one. How much would you hate me?" And it's like, I would kill you. But I asked him, and he had one that somebody hadn't come to pick up, so
Cool.
he sold me that one.
It is something I wish I had got, but he's still readily available.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'll have one in the next couple of months or so.
the only reason I bought the Hailstorm that I bought was just because it was there. Yeah.
It's always Hailstorm.
Yeah.
Well, that was £10, so it was cheaper than I
Good
could have
price,
found
yeah.
it on the internet.
Really good price.
Yeah. Well, the bunch of the Generation stuff was actually when I went to get my jumping to my bit when I went to get my Straxus.
Yeah.
I thought that was £10, so I grabbed him. And he says, "Oh, it's 15." I was like, "Oh, really?" Is it again? I was like, "Fuck it."
I got that. I got
Structures and stuff aren't properly out yet,
Yeah,
are
well,
they?
let's put it this way: Cybertron's just put up their gallery of it, and I'm sitting there going, "I've had this like for like 5 days."
Because I've got Struxus and Wolf Cybertron Megatron in pre-order.
they were both there at AA.
Yeah, and I don't have them yet. So that's a bit weird.
But yeah, that was the one that got me, because I think it's maybe been, I think it's like maybe the first or the second time where I've somehow managed to get a figure before they've done.
Yeah.
And he usually gets it chucked to him by sponsors.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get the Grimlock, I partook in a Alternators hot rod, because that was nice.
It is.
Better than I figured, better than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, because basically that was the thing that I was looking at, because obviously my other half has decided that she wants a hot rod collection. So I'm kind of like
and an animated
collection, but I mean I'm
What
kind
have
of
we
cool
done?
with that because I quite like the character Hot Rod. So I was just looking at that one. It was like the car was just really nice.
Yeah.
And I looked at the picture on the back of the box for the robot, and it was like, actually that's really cool. It looks really posable. So
Unfortunately,
yes,
it's a Ford GT, so Hot Rod and Transform go down a bit, and they'd be texting going, "Your car has been stolen." No, it hasn't. I have the car. Anybody who doesn't get that reference, watch Top Gear and find out why Jeremy Clarkson got rid of his GT after a while. Nothing but problems.
Yeah.
And then I found myself a G1 Jetfire.
Yeah.
I actually found a couple.
I remember you said,
Yeah, more than I thought.
Because there was the one I got, which is limited edition nicotine yellow.
You're welcome.
Which will be getting cleaned. That was on the fan
Fan
Yeah, it was
sales.
on the fan sales
table. Got him for £30. He's got all his accessories, and there's only a tiny little bit of damage to him.
No, I think for the price you've paid, that is a good find.
And there was one actually on the what table were those guys?
It wasn't
It was
the.
the one right behind the all the
Was
artists.
it the Kapow one?
Yeah, because I think it was Kapow that was right behind the artist.
There was Kapow, then there was the Swedish,
Yeah.
Dutch guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't.
The Dutch guys, so yeah, it was Kapow.
Yeah, they had one on there with the. It had its box, but the box was beaten up and it was sort of white. But I think there was the shoulder hinge was.
I remember saying
Yeah, that's right.
the shoulder was broken.
Shoulder was either broken or on its way out, and it was missing one of its. I think it was missing the bit that clips the boosters.
Yeah, I remember you
on
saying
the
back
back,
wouldn't clip on. So.
Yeah, that was £80. Or was it £60 for that? No, it was £60
No, it was
for
£60.
that.
I think you've got a really good find
So,
with that one. Mate.
yeah.
A really good find.
I went for the cheaper one, which I can actually clean up because it doesn't need fixed.
Yeah.
As I say, there's ways of fixing them, so and cleaning them up.
Oh, he should be fine, like.
Yeah, so I got, I think I got a few nice pieces. My wife, on the other hand, went mental.
What have we created?
Do you want to go through what your other half bought? Into your... I think the shelves are going to start creaking soon, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Now, she's... Considering I had to fight to have those shelves there, I think I'm going to have to concede and let her have a Transformers shelf.
You might not have an option, mate. She's going to start taking over.
So
if she's going to build up a full animated collection, you're going to need more than a shelf.
Yeah, she's wanting a full animated collection. She got herself animated Wreck-Gar, which was the only thing she wanted. And then she found herself a G1 Wreck-Gar complete. So she got that. Then she went and bought the US release Waspinator. And then she went and bought the Stealth Lockdown. Is that all she bought? I think that was all she bought. But the Stealth Lockdown did come with the Legends, the small one.
Yeah, the Legends
Bumblebee and Brian. So we've got quite a few animated. But I mean, she really loved animated.
Yeah.
Just the actual cartoon series. I mean, she loves it more than I do. So I'm not surprised that she started with the animated collection.
In fairness, it's one of the better lines to have a collection of.
Well, they are quite. I mean, as I've always said, you know, it's for me, it's not just about collecting Transformers. It's just about collecting cool toys.
Yeah.
And for me, the toys that I've got are all just really cool ones. I mean, the amount of poses I've put Drift in. You know, I mean, that one I sent you as soon as I got him out of the box.
Yeah.
That was an awesome pose. It was just, you know, there's just so many different things you could do with him. I mean, G1 Jetfire is a bit of a brick compared to the classics one, but, you know, I can still pose him quite cool.
You should have seen where I found my brother on the last night, if we're going to talk about bricks. There was a thing called the free box.
The free box.
The free box. Inside that free box, I found, what would you say, 80% complete?
Missing the engine shoulder guns. Yeah.
An 80% complete Powermaster Prime, which I then gave to my brother. Who then took his ears and stuck them in Jim's head. So now Jim, not his ears, so he took his guns and stuck them in Jim's head, so Jim had ears. But yeah, my brother got a full Powermaster Prime, about 80% complete Powermaster Prime for free.
Which then got broke.
Yes,
The
which
legs
he
were
then
so
broke.
stiff.
Yeah.
Ridiculously. I don't even know why they were that stiff. But yeah, the legs were really stiff. We turned him in a base and trained it back and it got broken.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a brick.
Yeah, that's bricky brick. See, I would have kept him for myself, apart from one problem. I freaking hate that figure. And it's down to the fact he's got those tiny little arms and that massive head. That's the only reason I hate it. I could get away with him being a brick if it wasn't for the fact that that head is so bloody huge.
So that was my collective haul, shall we say?
Collie's got a good haul.
Yes. The coys combined to make Robobeth.
Good one!
I still want you to combine with our favourite little love drug DHD.
Why?
Because then you become our Rob and Ross. Our Robberus. You become like the Snake Man. Oh, would you rather be a 12-foot tall pink robot named Nimrod or half man, half snake called Bushmaster?
Excuse me.
Question. Random question for you.
Okay.
I think I'd rather be the robot.
Nimrod.
Yeah.
Stu?
Because then I could repaint myself.
I refuse to answer on the grounds that may incriminate me further.
Fair enough. What else what did you get from auto assemblyage?
Let's say now I got the Prime concept.
Mm-hmm.
Is a box of sexy. There will be a review coming soon. I just have to pull my finger out my ass and do some photos. But no, it is a box of sexy. Was the main thing I wanted at the event. It was just like, if they're there, I will go mental. And as you've seen on the Friday night, I was just like, there's one. If I don't get one tomorrow, the world's gonna end.
Yeah.
I got that. I got a Rutherford bludgeon.
Mm-hmm.
Got a Stratus, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
It's trying to remember everything that I got. I got a replacement tailwind for my Micromasters.
Yep.
So the one that is a bit knackered is now been replaced by one that's near enough mid condition. Really good condition, that figure, actually. Did get a few G.I. Joe bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Got a Firebat with AVAC, which I then discovered I could get for about 13 quid cheaper on Amazon. Thanks, Andy, for letting me know about that, you son of a bitch.
Well, just in case you wanted to buy a second one and repaint it.
Nah, I don't want a second one of them. I also got a Storm Shadow from
Yes.
the movie line. So I get the Storm Shadow I actually like.
Yeah.
Because I was stuck for a long time on which Storm Shadow to get. So they're all a bit iffy, but that one I actually do like. I did have a Dreadnought, but that kind of got given away.
You made him a happy man. Though.
I did make Glenn a happy man. I did sit there in the morning going, son of a bitch.
Seemed like such a good idea at the
Well,
time.
no, it is a good idea. It means he's got all the Dreadnoughts. And, feck it. Wasn't like I spent a fortune on it.
No.
I'm trying to think what else I got. Oh, I also got a Skull Cruncher.
Yeah.
Skull Cruncher. He was a bit damaged in places and needs new labels. But he's good to go.
Mm-hmm.
And Blazing Lockdown, so I've got all the animated lockdowns now, apart from the crappy activators, which I probably won't get. Yay, lockdowns!
Now your lockdown completion is...
Now your lockdown
Collected.
completion is collected.
Yes. Yes, it is. Don't argue with me. I made you, I can end you.
Now witness the firepower of this fully collected and complete battle station.
By battle station, I mean my toilet. And by witness, I mean I'm hitting you with it. By battle, I mean I haven't flushed.
Trying to think what else I got. I got my mug.
Yes.
The mug's awesome. That has been full of tea near enough every day since. I also got some cool art prints from Sorensen Forrester, like signed and little Rekar sketches, and then I got the Burger Bot sheets that we're giving away with a little sketch lockdown, and I got my comic signed by all the guests.
Cool.
As I think Rob did as well.
That reminds me, I did actually get got a sketch by Chris Carter.
How could you forget that? The thing that I want to steal.
I'm going to be taking a proper photo of that because I've got a picture of him with it after he'd drawn it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take a proper photo of it and put it up on the forums. If anyone's listened to this podcast, they'll know what it's about.
It is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
I did get some nice Grimlock badges from Cat. What was it name?
I want to say Nicholson.
Was it Cat or Catherine? No, Cat. I think that's what she signed the book as anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to say Nicholson. Crap, I'm terrible with names.
but I was having to talk to her about the prints she'd done. It's like animated characters, and she'd done like just one picture of each. But when it came to the Grimlock sheet, she'd done like 4 or 5 pictures on the one sheet, and she was just saying she loves drawing Grimlock. She absolutely loves it.
Woman of
So,
taste.
it was like £4 for 3 badges. So Becca got one, which is I think it's Grimlock with a love heart next to it.
You got the one with wasn't the one with a butterfly?
No, you got the one with Grimlock with his.
I'm not sure if he's angry or confused.
But he's got his mouth open, hasn't he?
No, he's shut, but he's just got his eyebrows going. But I'm not sure if he's angry or confused. But I kind of like to think of it as both. Me smash you. Don't know why, but me smash you.
And I got the one of Grimlock acting like a cat. he's kind of like. It's really weird because you know how a cat sort of crouches down and gets low before it's about to pounce. He looks like he's doing that. Yeah. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Yeah, and I got my comic signed by everyone, including I got Nick Roche to sign it to the Old Oilhouse. Yes. After his fantastic.
How good was that
Megatron.
script reading?
Yes. When that thing goes up, you have to watch it.
I think the first part of it's up now.
See, I haven't seen it anywhere. I've seen the 2009 is definitely up because I did look for it.
I think it is.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, that's
Certainly
going
saw
on.
that on Twitter this morning. That it was up.
I'm definitely going to
Didn't see
be
it.
liking that and linking it to my Facebook page.
Yeah.
Because everyone needs to see that.
That was funny.
It was genius.
As long as it's left in there, the mistake.
I like the fact that Glenn Dreadwind, yes,
Dreadwind.
Yeah, so sorry, my brain seems to have died off for a second there.
Left it in Birmingham.
yeah.
We left our hearts.
I need my brain back. He added a line,
Yeah.
and it probably has to be the single greatest Bayism ever.
Oh, man.
What was that one then?
The what was it? Then Transformers just become like set dressing, much like jazz.
Oh, dear. Poor Glenn. The fact that when he came out and was introduced, everyone just started going, Glenn, 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 Glenn.
Yeah, I apologise for that.
But that was.
Oh, it was good. It really was.
Oh, there was one other thing I got.
Mm-hmm.
Inspired to do cosplay next year. So if you see a 7-foot-something lockdown barely able to stand up and breaking his ankles, it's probably me.
So walk up and go, hey!
As I'm lying on the
Broken.
floor going, my ankle.
Or an ambulance. Once he's there bleeding to death, I want you to all stand around going, yay! It's Stu!
Bleeding to death.
Shut up, Stu. We're chanting your name. Stu, Stu, Stu.
Get an ambulance, you fuck!
Quiet, you're ruining the moment, Stu. You're bleeding to death as someone starts to slow clap.
Anyway, but yeah, I think that's all I got.
So what did you get, Mr. Adam?
Night Terror Optimus Primal. There may be some kind of video review of this thing going up. It's the Beast Machine's Optimus Primal. But in my head, I've got a whole new backstory for him. Got a Beast Wars rat trap.
Mm-hmm.
So I now have a Classics rattle trap, for all intents and purposes, which makes me happy. Got a Universe Nemesis Striker, which I wanted one for a while to do some work on,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to make that into a Classics figure as well. I got Scared.
We all did it at various points.
Yeah. What else did I get? Good God, my brain is just completely
You got a
ruined.
Megabolt.
Yes, I got a Megabolt. I love that Megabolt.
You just need a Font Max now.
You got a
Not,
certain...
not gonna happen. I'm not going. I'm trying to think of everything else before I go to him.
Okay.
Must have been more than that. Hang on. Rat Trap, Striker, Thrust. I got a Beast Machine.
Mhm.
Thrust, Megabolt.
Do. I can't think of anything else you got either.
No.
I have trouble remembering what I got.
Oh well, there might be more. But most importantly, I got a Botcon Rapido.
Rapido.
And I just want to quickly take this moment to say the fan sales table was great.
Yes.
And the man who I believe was called Billy. I believe.
You don't see his serious thinking face there.
I just want to thank him because the man was a star. An absolute
Oh, he was really cool
star.
when he because obviously he was selling stuff.
Yeah.
And then when that last bit was sold, he actually came and got you.
Yeah, he
That
actually
was
came
cool.
and
That
found me
that
and
was
gave
just
us
like,
the
well, that's
money.
awesome. That's
Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant. There was absolutely no need for him to do that. And excellent. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you.
Going off that, I'm going to ask this for you two, because I know what my answer is already. But for you two, did you actually feel like at that point at the event, anybody there was a fucking douchebag?
No.
But no, because everybody was awesome.
Yeah.
Apart from maybe like one.
I would say 98%.
But that wasn't him just being nasty. That was him just being, I'm excited.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
about 98,
Just who he was in general.
98% of the people there were all awesome,
Yeah.
down to earth, great
Yeah.
guys. Three
And girls. There's
and
plenty of
girls. There was 3% that I did feel the need to back away from.
But it's not like they were sitting there going, I'm a fucking douchebag.
No, nothing nasty. It was just
They were intense.
some people got a little too intense.
But excited.
Yeah, so I loved it.
I would definitely agree with that.
Oh, actually, I do want to mention one thing.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that weekend I got lucky. Because I met Scott McNeil in the hall to get him to sign my comic as I was going upstairs to take a nap.
Aye.
I was just like, well, he's going to be coming back signed, but that queue's going to be huge. Oh, I'll get him tomorrow. Oh, hi, Scott, can you sign this? 2, I met Scott McNeil in the hall as we were checking out. And I was like, crap, I haven't got a photo with Scott McNeil. Oh, crap, now I do. 3rd, this is unlucky, Gary Chalk stole my fucking Sharpie.
Chalk!
I said he could borrow it to sign stuff. I never saw him again. Son of a bitch stole my Sharpie.
I would blame chalk, but I feel it'd be so much better just to be sitting there on a mountainside blaming somebody else entirely. Millman!
But yeah, so
Actually,
Gary Chalk, if you listen to this, you owe me a fucking Sharpie.
I
Thanks for all the
actually,
good work, though.
I actually couldn't believe how easy it was to talk to them.
Oh yeah,
Just it, and I don't mean the sense of
trying to get close to them.
yeah. It was just the fact that, you know, on the Saturday night,
Yep.
I think it was, me and you were just stood outside, and Gary Chalk came out for a fag, and we just stood having a crack.
A few times, didn't
Yeah.
it?
A crack with him about, you know, just everything.
Reboot.
Reboot the Fly 2.
Oh,
Oh, I should have
That-
been there for that, because I just got, dude, you were in Watchmen.
That little.
actually, that's a weird thing. I came home on a Monday, sat down, Watchmen was on. Do you know which scene it was?
It's a bit weird,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a weird moment.
It was just that bit where he, you know, he was doing that little anecdote about having the makeup on his hand,
Yeah.
and then going to do another voice acting job while they were waiting for him. It was just like, that's genius.
Yeah.
And of course, the amazing that is Gary Chalk's stolen head.
What?
He had a fake head made for I think it was the Fly 2, but someone nicked it.
No.
So somewhere there's Gary Chalk's head.
Well, no, it was in a shop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody had basically put it in some sort of special effects. Sort of, you know, you can buy the leftover stuff. I think he was saying, and he kind of looked at it and went, "Ah, that's my head." So he went in to say, you know, that's my head, and he basically asked for it back, and he said no. But could you sign it? Because that put the value up. And apparently somebody broke in and stole
Yeah,
it,
that's right.
but they couldn't figure out what to do with it, so he gave it back.
I stole a fucking head.
Well, it's not like you could sell it on or anything, could you?
Yeah.
'Cause at the end of the day, it's Gary Chalk's head.
Gary Chalk's head.
How many of those are there going to be? And they're going to know who's nicked it.
So he went and
Oh, dear.
gave it back. I love that.
See, as we've said, that was something that was cool the entire weekend. It never felt like those guys were too busy to talk to you or anything like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because we said we had a few mornings where it was like, "Oh, this guy Chalk ate his breakfast, bye bye," and then come out and smoke afterwards. The first words out of them go, "Morning guys, how you doing?"
Yeah.
Always really friendly with it.
That was the one thing when me and Becca came down for breakfast on the Sunday. You guys had already been for your breakfast, and we went in, and Gary Chalk was sat there by himself on the tables, and it's like we were just getting him food, and it was just kind of like, do we sit next to Gary Chalk? And then it was just, I saw him reading his book, and I thought, no, he's been hounded by fans all
give him his
weekend.
book.
It's like, I'm just going to leave him be. So we went and sat by the window, but I did have to steal his sugar. And I feel bad because he left shortly after that.
You bastard.
Part of me hopes he went over and went, "Give me some sugar, baby."
Or with a fake tenor. Give some sugar.
Give me some sugar.
Well, no, I had to go, excuse me, can I just nick some sugar? And he said, yeah, no problem. I took the sugar, and I thought, shit, I've just disturbed him. He's going to walk away. And he did. I was like,
I'm sure that wasn't why.
He'll have finished his breakfast and had to go off to find someone to speak in their language to.
Yes, that was something which was randomly amazing.
Yeah.
yeah, what chance does any of us have? I mean, if we were single guys there, just trying to pull, what chance did we have?
You should
I'm
never.
saying nothing.
You should never ever go to a Transformers convention with the idea of pulling, unless A, you're gay, and B, you like your men nerdy.
Well, no, there was quite a few hot chicks
There
there.
were hotties, there were indeed hotties.
Saying nothing.
But you wouldn't. But you. Let's move on.
Yeah,
Right, so, shall we go from there into the news?
can do.
Go on then.
I'm going to apologise for this news because obviously, as you can hear, I'm not 100% yet.
Hold up. Can you hear that in the distance?
News team, assemble! It's just me.
Form Usertron.
It's just me. It's just me in a finely crafted suit. Obviously, there's not a lot of news this week because we're all burned out after auto assembly. So really, there's only a couple of things worth mentioning. Let's see now. Masterpiece Rodimus Prime has a rough price and release date. Masterpiece MP09 Rodimus Prime figure has been offered as part of Karakobi's 2010 line. News is that the MP figure is slated for release in Japan in January 2011 and has a selling price of, I had to reread this because for a minute I thought it was going to be pounds or dollars, 16,000 Japanese yen or 187 US dollars. It is available for pre-order at various sites, and they've got it at about $200. Obviously, nearer the time we'll know a bit more about that one.
Yeah.
But no, that's a good sign that we've actually got a rough release.
Basically, about this time next year, the US release should be coming out.
Yeah, if they do, because it's not always guaranteed. They probably will.
Yeah, I would have thought they will be.
But it's not always a guaranteed release.
Is there any Masterpiece that hasn't had a US release?
Megatron, but that's not surprising.
No.
He was quite terrible.
But he is
and he's a gun.
The main problem is he's a gun. There's probably ways and means around it, but they're probably erring on the safe side. But yeah, he probably will get a release, but I'm not exactly holding my breath. Same with Grimlock, I was waiting a bit, and that was just like, well, they're doing one. And obviously, you's not going to be that interested about it, so we better go to our resident Rodimus fanboy, see how excited that makes him.
Put your pants back on.
Damn! I was getting comfy as well.
Take those nipple tassels off.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd pay that much for him. I'll just have to wait and see if they do a US release. Cause unless something drastic happens with job wise, there's no way I'm going to be able to afford that.
No.
Fair dude, because the Japanese ones are quite expensive.
Yeah.
One reason I've got so many is because some of them much better paid job at the time. I wasn't paying so much bills, etc. And just a cheaper time in my life.
Yeah, I mean,
really depressing.
If I could actually, afford it, then I probably would just.
There'd be 5 pre-orders right now. Click, 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 click.
And just to say that I actually had one of the
Japanese releases.
Yeah, just one of the Japanese releases. Because the only masterpiece I have at the minute is the Skywarp, and that's because it was a really cool figure and it was £20.
Yeah, dirt cheap.
And they used vouchers to get him.
Sometimes it is worth waiting for the UK US releases.
Oh god, yeah.
Because obviously look at Grimlock. I was never happy with those 2 Japanese ones.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Hasbro one's an amalgamation of the 2, so...
Result.
Well, yeah, I think I've said it enough time that people know what I'm on about. So, that's... But yeah, good news about Masterpiece Rodimus. I do fancy picking one up.
Masterpiece Rodimus for Rodimus.
And then what will happen is it'll be out for X amount of months, and then Masterpiece Chrome Dome will come on, just tell them to fuck off into space.
I think I do a Masterpiece Chrome Dome. It comes with a separate hands, one with middle finger right up. Fuck off.
No, that's for Bullhorn. No, not Bullhorn. Kill Bison.
Kill Bison.
Need me some anime. Need me some Kill Bison. Transform and flip off. So there's only
Kill Bison.
Kill Bison's awesome. I will not have a bad word said against him. Second bit of news is Power Core Combiner 5 packs have been reduced in some places.
Mm-hmm.
It says here we've got them in Sainsbury's, and they picked up Skyburst and Aerial Bots for $15.40, reduced from $22.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Just
We've got
shame we don't have a
Sainsbury's
Sainsbury's anywhere near us, do we?
Penrith.
Yeah. Now they know
Giving
where
away
we're
our
at.
location. Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun. You can't find us. Dun, 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 dun,
Like
dun.
Springfield.
But I can find
The
Dave.
Yeah, we can find Dave and Andy.
Yes, Dave. At this point in time, we're actually sitting outside your house in your lawn, or we're in plant pots.
That's saying we're a bush.
We're bushes. We're just bushes.
But yeah, so I don't know if that's a good or a bad sign that they're already discounted, or if just Sainsbury's has got a good deal on them. But yeah, if you're interested in the 5
I
packs,
would
you
have
get
said at
Sainsbury's.
this point there'll be a deal on. It's
Yeah.
too close to the original release for them to be getting discounted because they're not selling.
But yeah, apparently they also had the Combatagons, so basically the Wave 1 5 packs.
Yep.
Kicking about.
And I can't find Wave 1 2 packs anywhere.
I know. Couldn't find Smolder at Auto Assembly for love of the money.
Nope.
It is not neat, untidy.
I want a smolder. You want to live in my house?
The burnt things need to die. Let's see.
You're not allowed to smolder. Dust is verboten!
This is verboten. Also, at this point, we also know we have free reign to say these things from Dead Metal. Thanks, dude.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's really all there is to say about that. 5 packs, go to Sainsbury's. Want them, go get them. Don't send them to me.
Are you done with the 5-pack sound?
I'm just, after you gave us them limbs, I wasn't 100% on power car combiners as it is.
Yeah.
And I got my offer and he's like, it's okay. And then I got the limbs, like, but over time I'll just sit there and go, pfft.
Yeah. I can see me picking up the Dinobot ones.
Yeah, Dinobots I could be tempted.
Because I quite like the way that they work. I
Yeah.
quite like the robot mode as well. It looks better.
Yeah, and it's not here's
combined.
the same old Dinobots.
Yeah.
It's different types. I can get away with that.
Should have been repainted as the Dino King, like. But,
yeah.
Oh well.
Give it time. So, as I said, there's not a lot of news this week because this is the last bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good one. And it's actually scary because I saw at least one of these being done.
Yep.
Basically, Mr. Derek J. Wyatt, who was awesome.
He is.
And
The man is a legend.
Being a random with him. Updated his blog, A Delightful Tedium, with some of the animated sketches he's done at various cons over the summer. He also thanked the fans with the following. Thanks to everyone who stopped by to see me, and thanks to everyone who sent or posted scans of these so I can put them up on here. And I think you'll agree they are worth it.
I'm going to link it so everyone can see
Yeah.
these pictures.
Basic breakdown you've got a Vector Prime
Space
who is
Pole!
actually put with our men on it and with a pole pad. So somehow that's spreading about. Got a really tubby looking Unicron, which works.
I like his one big eye.
Yeah. Matrix aware. He's fallen.
His Fallen is gorgeous.
I love that idea. Basically, you'll see, but it's just that thing of the face, just black in the flames.
Yeah.
So there's no neck or anything else.
Ghost Rider, isn't it? It's
And
really
it looks
cool.
a treat. Death Charge.
Which is really nice.
Oh, as I was saying before, I really like that, and it doesn't feel like it's too much like it's animated.
Yeah.
There's a couple of Rodimus. There's a really nice one of Fan Zone taking away Portishead Powell, which would be nice to see because it's nice to see him get some fucking justice. There's one at the end, and I can only assume it's Beast Wars Ravage.
Lyo Kaiser Zach.
No, it's not him because he's on the next page.
Don't
I
know.
because of that head, I can only assume it's Ravage. If you actually know what that is,
Oh,
feel
of
free to comment
course. Beast Wars. Yes.
on it. Yeah, Beast Wars Ravage.
Yeah, of course. I'm with you now.
Paul Spine's still a tape. This is the one that I'm really jealous of, and the fact that I actually saw him doing it as well. He drew Death's head for Simon Williams.
Yep.
Oh, jealous!
It's a little bit nice.
And at that point, I didn't have enough money to buy one of the sell things, which I would have gladly done if I had the funds.
Yeah.
To get him to draw one for
There was
them.
a really, really nice one of Grimlock that I would love to have had, but it was...
There was a couple of lockdown ones I really liked. Moving on, though, there's a Leozak, which is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
There's an Ironhide, which we know he did for Nicole.
Yes.
Even betterly in crayons.
Yeah.
There's also a coloured Star Saber, which is sexy as hell.
It is beautiful.
It's like I like Star Saber, and that is awesome. And then there's the one in the end which we couldn't quite work out who it is, but we think it may be one of the transforming watch guys.
Yeah.
But if you know what that is, feel free to comment on this and tell me we're wrong and ugly and fat or something as well. At the same time,
Hang on, wrong, ugly and fat.
Yeah, just like
Is that our new names?
Yeah, I'm the wrong one. Rob's the ugly one. You're the fat one.
Yay!
That's how that works. But yeah, just
ugly.
kick us while we're down. We feel bad enough about ourselves anyway. Or is that just me?
Rob's ugly.
God, I've gone really depressive.
Stop it.
Yeah, we'll stop it. But yeah, that is.
It's so hard!
The only other thing to mention, it's probably too late now, is that it's a quadruple XP weekend on War for Cybertron on the multiplayer.
Yes.
But by the time this goes up, you might miss some of it. But expect me to be on there at least a couple of times. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the news. You stay classy, Old Oilhouse.
So, with that done and out the way, I think it's time to start something up for next month, for September. It's time for September's underrated robot of the month. So, Mr. Stew, do you want to take first point on this one?
Yeah, I'm going to go for this one because I felt even in the series it didn't get a lot of love.
Okay.
And top that off with the fact that he transforms way, way cooler than most people do. I'm going to go for Kill Bison from Victory.
Kill Bison.
Because he didn't have a lot of front time. He certainly wasn't a Hellbat or a Leozak.
No, he
He
wasn't.
was always background. He did transform into a cool tank with 2 machine guns, or big rocket guns as they needed them. But more importantly, when he did transform into a robot, he flipped people off. Oh yes, I understand in Japan that's not an offensive mark. But to me that's still fucking awesome. Transform and offend.
The Suckerons transform and fingers up.
I think out of all of the Breast Force, he is my favourite.
Okay.
Because he flips people off.
Marvellous.
Other than that, it's Hellbat. But Hellbat gets enough face time in that show anyway.
Mr. Stew? No, you're Mr. Rob.
I was going to say, I've already... Do I get to pick 2? Is that what it is? Do we get 2 each this month and he only gets 1 double our chances?
No. You
Getting
get 2, I get 1. That way Rob can't win.
Okay, my second choice is... Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my first choice.
Okay.
It's not going to be Kill Bison. I'm going to choose Death Cobra.
Wow, okay.
Because he changes into a Hind helicopter, which is already cool. Is fairly brutal and isn't willing to help Hellbat at all, and then gets killed in the same episode he starts in.
True. So Death Cobra's your
Death
choice.
Cobra's going to be my choice because honestly I think he's I just remembered about him there and he is awesome.
Okay.
And he's also plus I can call him Death Cobra.
I was expecting that.
Gotcha.
Okay, Mr. Stew, would you like to choose your third choice?
My third choice is...
Shut up! Shut up!
Scrouge. I know you won already, but I'll put him in again.
My choice, if I'm allowed one,
No.
is Signal Lancer. Because that guy needs help.
For those who don't know who Signal Lancer is, maybe you should explain.
No, this is
still funny.
This is just one that I've been shown by my co-hosts. I've never actually watched the series, but the guy has problems if he comes to Earth and takes the form of a traffic light in the middle of the desert.
At the point where you don't need a traffic light, it's not like a crossroads or anything, is it? It's just a stretch of road with a singular traffic light in it.
Yeah, that guy needs some serious help, and I think he should be underrated robot of the month, so people will, realise he's there and get him the help he needs.
I think Rob's got a third one in a row if he doesn't
Yeah.
himself.
I don't want to do my choice now. I think you've beaten us all with Signal Lancer. Frickin' hell, Signal Lancer.
This is your fault.
I'm going to
You
go.
shouldn't help me with these things.
I'm going to go for Armada. Oh, from now on, you're getting nobody.
You're going to go for Armada what the entire series.
From now on, it's going to be Stu chooses Kill Bison. Adam chooses Whirl. Rob chooses Optimus Prime.
He'd probably still win an old son of a bitch.
Optimus Prime is underrated. What? What?
Shut up!
Shut up! Oh, you should have heard my voice. Well, you did hear my voice.
Your voice,
My
mate.
sexy deaf voice.
Go on.
I'm choosing from Armada, Leader 1.
Now, are we talking comics or animated or both?
I'm talking the toy bio. Well, his original toy bio.
Afternoon, Mrs. Guy.
Afternoon.
Evening.
I'm assuming it's afternoon.
What are you
Most of the time.
scoffing?
Rice with the steaks from last night.
So those are steaks. Ah.
Steaky rice.
Well, they're
Grilled
not.
steaks.
They're not really steaks. They're more burgers.
Burger steaks.
When we were in before, I just kind of went, don't want to sound offensive to the cook, but what were these?
They were.
Once a man! Once a man!
They were. Those, it's not reconstituted. Reformed. It's basically they've made a burger, but they've shaped it into a steak,
Nah.
and then they've they've made it into like peppered steak. It's really, really weird because I wanted to enjoy it so much because I love peppered steak.
But you couldn't.
But it's just, you know, when
Pepper's burger.
you know when something it doesn't necessarily taste bad, but your mind's expecting one thing and you get something else. It's really bizarre because, you know, I love a good burger, you know, I really do. But it's just the fact that my mind's expecting one thing and then I'm tasting, well, getting a texture or something else. And it was just, I couldn't enjoy it. It was very bizarre.
It's like having a McDonald's. Anyway. What was I up to?
You were picking your choice.
So, Leader 1.
Oh, has that been recorded?
Yes.
Oh,
I didn't stop it. I'll just cut that section out.
fair dues.
Yeah. I'm going to go for the toy bio of Leader 1. Because, in his original toy bio, and this is awesome, he saw himself as the leader of his grouping. And Megatron was his to
slave.
command. Yeah.
That's a no. That's a big no.
So Leader 1, in the original toy bio, was batshit insane.
Just delusional. I'm not the slave.
As much as I love him in the Armada comics, I think he's really cool in the Armada comics,
Yeah.
actually. Leader 1 is brilliant. Didn't do much in the cartoon, but then again, he's a minicon. So basically he went...
What's he going to do? Yeah, he's going to
What's
send.
up, fuck?
He's going to send a fax.
Yeah. Ugh. So yeah, I'm Armada Leader 1, and that's why.
Remember, people, this isn't about popularity. It's about getting a bot the help he needs.
Remember, people, Leader 1.
Remember this: when you don't even get one whole episode, and you're a hind attack helicopter, something's wrong with the world. Help make it right.
Believe in Leader 1.
Yes.
He too can make you clinically mental. I think that's enough of that now.
Can we make Death Cobra popular? Yes, we shall.
Only if you add 5 A's to the end of his name. Death Cobra! There's no shouting of it, you just still pronounce it. What are you doing, Death Cobra? What's that on your head? It was once a man. Well, quite like that for a Death Cobra voice. Oh. Anyhow, Death Cobra coming soon to the Old Oilhouse. Hello. My name's Death Cobra. Death Cobra! So, moving away from that, shall we move on to what grinds our gears?
Can do.
Because we've only got the 2 this week. No, we haven't. We've only got the 1. Have we only got the 1? I thought we had
Oh,
2.
sure, we've got 2.
I thought we had 2.
Oh, we've got 2 from the same person.
No. I thought we had 2. Alright, okay then.
I'm sure we had 2.
Yeah.
Just look.
What grinds our gears, and then there's... Christ, this is going to take a lot of editing this episode, isn't it?
Oh no, because I was looking at the questions. Doesn't matter. Carry on. My mistake.
Fair dues. So, what grinds my gears? Tricky. Says...
Tricky grinds your gears?
Tricky grinds my...
Tricky grind your gears.
Yes. Do you want to say that again?
Tricky.
I'm not going to do it.
Please. I can't.
I know, but after the...
The death threats.
Well, just after the one we did at AA, I get the feeling that if we do it again, Tricky will turn up at my house and murder me.
Well, you know my thoughts before about having 50 people outside your house all going, Hot Robimus.
Same applies for Tricky.
Yep, I'm going to send 150 people round to his house, and at exactly 6:05 in the morning, they're all going to scream it in that voice.
All led by Bianca.
Are we evil? Yes, we are.
Am I evil? Probably. So, Tricky says, people who say G1 is dead really gets on my tits. G1 isn't dead, and never will be, whilst the characters created there are still being used. The franchise keeps rebooting itself. Sorry. They always bring back Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Jazz, Starscream, etc. Jazz,
They
not so
reuse
much.
the names.
Even Beast Wars, which is the biggest departure from the G1 cast, used a Megatron. Yeah. I think the problem here is wanting to categorise the different franchises. This has always seemed pretty pointless to me. There's good stuff and bad stuff, but nothing I've seen to date has been perfect, nor without any redeeming features.
How's it been perfect?
Cybertron.
How's it
Cybertron
been
has
perfect?
no redeeming features.
Yes, it does, and by your own admission, it does. Smack talk during transformations.
That's true.
Um,
Scheisen. So face facts, G1 isn't dead. It's the spark that is passed on to each new incarnation of the franchise.
I kind of agree with him on that note of reusing characters, because even though they didn't technically use the names and stuff in Beast Wars, or apart from Megatron, you had Pterosaur, who was quite obviously Starscream.
Yeah.
You had Optimus Primal, who, apart from a slight twist of the name, was Optimus Prime. Cheetor was Bumblebee.
I actually saw Cheetor as being more of a hot rod. Yeah.
He's got a mix of both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's using... The thing is, though, right, you got to remember that the original cast of characters, for all intents and purposes, were all walking cliches. The comics took those cliches and added characters. The cartoon added various things to the characters. Not as much, but it happened. Beast Wars started off, it's a collection of cliches again. As much as the characters grew and evolved over time, they all did start off. You had the young, naive, headstrong one in Cheetor. You had the wily, old warrior in Thingy.
Thingy. Yeah, Ujar was
Ujar was the wily old warrior. Thank you. Yeah, but as it happens, Retrap had been through battles, and he was this explosive expert and stuff. But he became more as the series went on. It's like a lot of things. So saying that the characters are the same, just with different names, doesn't work, because they are the same base point.
See, finish this off, and then I'm going to mention something.
Right.
Something
it's the same starting base point, but they all became their own characters by the end. Or else you wouldn't have had Code of Hero.
Well, yeah,
which still punches a hole through you.
I get that. It's just, as I say, they've all more or less started with that base character.
The
from
stereotype.
G1. Yeah. So I kind of agree with him on that point. But I can see both sides of the argument.
The only thing I'm going to say is, yes, they get reused, but as you say, in no way, shape or form are they ever the same.
No.
If you look at IDW Sunstreaker and compare him to G1 Sunstreaker, G1 Sunstreaker wouldn't have gone, they took my head, made it human, I'm going to kill them all.
Spoiler alert.
You should know by now. If you don't know by now, tough.
Considering we've done the Shun series.
Indeed.
Yeah, so there's one part. Oh, by the way, the ship sinks and Bruce Willis is dead.
That'd be one hell of a film. I see sunken ships.
But yeah, as much as there's the same basis there, he is the... Well, even then, Sunstreaker has changed over the years. Oh, yeah. He's gone from, I'm all shiny, to Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
I'm all shiny, don't mess with me, I'll cut your head off and put it in my fridge and wear it on my codpiece.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if only you can see his face at this point.
And how natural it looks. But to me, that's... But even then, seeing that side of him, it still fits.
Well, look at it this way. Right.
But it's just, you couldn't go there in that series.
Right, I'm going to make myself comfortable here, because I think this is going to be a good one. Right, put it this way. Dreamwave released a load of comics. They were Transformers Generation 1. Okay? The cast and characters of Transformers Generation 1 looked the same, had the same names, but were not the same characters as the ones from the Marvel comics.
No, they were not.
Or, whatever you want to say.
Was that because Optimus Prime actually did some kicking ass instead of just monologuing and dying?
No, he did some monologue and dying as well. He didn't die as much as...
Because his ass whooped.
Yeah, he got his ass whooped by Shockwave. Shockwave! There's the one.
A fine example.
Yeah. There's more of him in the Marvel G1 version than there is from the Marvel cartoon. The G1 cartoon. Yeah. But, once again, he's a separate character.
Yeah.
IDW is another one. The IDW characters are different characters. So, whilst you say G1 isn't dead, it's still kicking around.
It is and it isn't.
I would actually say Generation 1 has ended.
Yeah.
Generation 1...
That original block, bang.
Yeah. Generation 1 ended.
Yeah. Everything now is stuff that is either adding or taking from it.
Yeah.
In some respects.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime now is an Optimus Prime from 20 years ago.
No.
So, what you guys are saying, essentially, is that the different franchises of Transformers are kind of like the Final Fantasy series. It's got the same name.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's completely different.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly
but I think what we're also mentioning is like the stuff where it's IDW ongoing is Transformers Generation 1.
Yeah.
It's based in that thing, but it's completely different with completely different types of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
So to a certain extent, yeah, G1 in its purest form is. That's it. As people have said, you're not going to go back and get a new series off that.
No.
But you are taking stuff from that. You're taking the character.
Yeah, you're taking stuff from the basis of the the foundations of the franchise.
Yeah.
So you're constantly evolving and moving things and trying new stuff out.
The way you know that it, to a certain extent, that it is classified as dead is that you will never see Prime and Megatron fight on Hoover Damiga. Unless it's a reference.
The only way that Generation 1 nowadays could be said to be still alive, actual Generation 1, right, would be we get to see what happens after Rebirth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, to me, is a continuation of Generation 1.
Yeah.
Or...
Because in the same extent, animated is dead.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to say it.
Animated is done over and
that's
finished.
It. You've had your 3 seasons. Oh God, after what Dave J. White said, I don't understand why I wanted season 4.
Yeah.
I hate you, Cartoon Network. I hate you so much. All I'm going to say is Devastator versus Dinobots.
Yep.
Well, isn't that in one of the things from AA? There's a picture of like Unicron above Magnus, and Magnus is holding up the hammer. And it just says beyond good, beyond evil, beyond season 3.
Yeah. Somebody's mocked up the film poster with the animated character, which is cool.
And it's just like, any chance? No? Okay.
Yeah, well, fuck you too, Cartoon Network.
No, with the hub starting up, there's no way we're...
Should we move on from...
Are we done with the G1?
Because I think you guys could
we'll probably go on forever, but
we're forever. I think we're just...
It is and it isn't. They'll never make it again. There'll never be a continuation of it, as you say. There'll never be anything after the Rebirth. But there is still stuff coming from it.
I will agree with one part that Tricky says there.
No.
It is the spark that keeps...
Yes.
Definitely.
I will always say that there are flaws in that series, up the yin-yang. It's not got the best storytelling in the world. It is literally story of the week every week.
And it is riddled with errors.
But if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have anything afterwards.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Right, should we do some questions?
Go on then. Yeah, one then.
I think we've got a couple of good ones here.
We have 2.
Yep.
Because I didn't want to overload us this week.
Good. Some of us aren't very well.
Right, are you guys ready for these dynamite questions?
Go on then. Bring it.
Right, the first one is from a man we don't hear much from.
Oh, who would that be?
This one's tricky.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard from Tricky in years.
Yeah.
How's he doing? How's the wife and kids?
How is Tricky?
Shouldn't it be the wife and cats?
Maybe.
Or are the cats his kids through some strange genetic experiment?
Maybe. He does work in Crazy Town.
Has he been making
Dun,
chimeras?
dun, dun.
In a town called Eureka.
Has he been making chimeras with his daughter and his cats?
No. Other people's daughters and cats.
Don't.
Curse you, sewing life alchemist Tricky. He's the tricky life
alchemist.
The Tricky
I like the idea of the tricky life alchemist. Damn life, it's also tricky.
Right, as we live in an age where Battleship is being turned into a multi-million-pound blockbuster movie.
What?
It is. Have you not heard this?
No.
We'll let him finish the question, then I'm going to make a joke.
Which board game would you like to see given the same treatment? Avoiding the obvious hero quest, I'll go for Snakes and Ladders as a superhero comedy.
Hero Quest, the board game, it's been made, it's called Conan.
Before you go,
Sorry.
Dave Ladder lived uptown when one day whilst visiting a zoo he was bitten by a snake and became counterman, defender of fair play and nemesis of board flippers everywhere. His arch enemy, Dice Man, controls Dave's destiny and won't rest until he sent Dave back to square one. The grave!
Bugger that, I want Hero Quest. Space Crusade.
Kind of is happening, it's called CGI Ultramarines movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but that's that EA based thing, isn't it, with the flare? Isn't that the one with the...
That's the game.
Yeah, but...
THQ's doing the game and then there's the CGI film.
I thought that...
With the fantastic voice cast.
I know nothing of this.
Really? Terrence Stamp.
Ooh.
Is that the Warhammer one?
Yeah, new 40k one. Sean Pertwee.
Nice.
There's a few other who's... John Hurt.
Cool.
who shows evidence of being a Games Workshop parent at one point because he was interviewed and said, "Oh yeah, I went to the Warhammer shops plenty of time." And that's a parent line. Speaking from prior experience of working there, that's a parent line. My kid wants some Warhammers. All right.
Some actual Warhammers.
Wasn't that film supposed to have been a live action one?
Nah, CGI. You may be thinking of the old live action stuff
No,
they
there
did
was,
under
there
Inquisitor.
was supposed to be a live action one being made, where like they'd done some test footage or something, and there was supposed to be a guy being cut in half with a chainsaw, and they decided it was too violent for live action.
Yeah,
No, I've never heard of
So
that
Oh, it
one.
was the CGI.
It may have just been fan wank rumours.
Before we get on to
Probably
this,
is.
before we actually get on to answering this though, where the hell did Blood Quest go? The CGI Blood Quest movie? Where did that go to?
It was never official. It was all fan stuff.
Was it? I thought
Yeah.
Blood Quest was
It was
official.
never official. It was all fan stuff.
Oh, right.
But
Right,
I was going to say, going back to the actual question, Battleship's movie,
Mhm.
I just wanted it to be really dramatic. And I just want some commander sitting there going, E5. And the other side, some evil dude just going, "Rise, sunk my battleship!" You know, this dramatic music and lighting going on.
Very evil guy, could it be Skeletor?
Yes.
E5! Curse it, He-Man! You've sunk my battleship!
I actually want Jim Carrey to reprise the scene from Batman Forever. B13. It's a hit. And my favourite vitamin, I might add.
Okay, I might allow that.
Battleships into a...
Yeah.
Oh!
Theft knows. That's just...
Right, so what would you like?
Bugger everything else, I want Hero Quest. I want to see a barbarian, a dwarf, an elf, and a big bearded tramp. He's not a wizard, he was a tramp. And I want one of them to be holding a card and just turn to the other one and go, "Fire of Wrath!" Because that will make me happy. If anyone hasn't seen it, go watch the Hero Quest, the old Hero Quest advert. It still cracks me up to this day.
Go on, you've got to have one.
Alright,
again.
okay. A board game that can be turned into a film.
See, I have one, but I don't know if you kind of count it as a board game. Because it was too noisy. I want Hungry Hippos.
That's what I was thinking of.
4 mutated, multicoloured hippos eating everything in their path.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. I wanted Hungry Hippos.
But it would also be the loudest movie in existence because it was the loudest game in existence. Hollow plastic on hollow plastic at high speeds.
That would be the sound they made. It's like, what's that sound? Going over the hill. And then then these giant hippos just come through the mountain going...
You could swap it round so it's like Hungry Hippos, but it's the story from the Langoliers. So it's this really, really tense thing of these guys accidentally going back through time. Okay. And then this, because the time has passed, everything's dead. And they're going around, it's like, the food tastes awful. What is that noise? What is that noise? And then eventually, as they're about to fly the plane back through the time rift, they see the giant hippos coming through, eating time. I've got one.
Go on.
It's a post-apocalyptic world.
Okay.
Everything's dead.
Okay.
All that exists now are two things. Super intelligent mice
Right.
and the death cat robots. Right? To stay alive, these lost tribe of super intelligent mice build a fortress to fight off the death cats. Ladies and gentlemen, Mousetrap.
What's it? Does it involve a giant bronze statue jumping into a bathtub?
It does. Mousetrap. Rob,
I was going to say, it's...
got another one. Due to bad building construction tools being used, buildings all around the San Francisco area are falling down. Ladies and gentlemen, Jenga. Jenga,
It's not
the
really...
post-apocalyptic disaster movie.
It's not really a board game, but
Shut
I
up,
think
I
it
thought
would
of
be
it.
awesome.
Hmm?
It's an epic story of betrayal and revenge, as a guy who killed his ninja master must face the rest of his clan. Bodies flying everywhere. The most intense martial arts scene ever made. Twister.
I've got one more. It's kind of lined up as a sequel to Speed. So it's Keanu Reeves reprising that role. And Dennis Hopper has come back from the dead, but he's devised an evil bomb system, which means you have to put all the multicoloured pieces into the right slots. while the timer clicks down and it counts the crunch together, and you've got to get them in before it blows up, and you just end up dying with all these pieces blown into your face. It's frustration. Pop quiz, hot shot. What are you going to do when all you can find is the half moon shape and you can't get in the triangle hole?
I've just putting the wall.
And there is that brief moment before it explodes where it just goes brrr, and shakes them all out, and you just go, damn it!
Due to a horrible accident, Frank Smith has only hours to live. They must find everything that made him a man. Welcome to Operation.
I'm still sticking with Twister, because you always get that point when playing Twister and somebody says, "Get your foot out of my face!" You just imagine a ninja screaming that.
Frank,
It's Operation 2, right?
Frank Smith's donkey has been destroyed. They've rebuilt him. He's now the 6 million peso donkey.
Oh, there you go. It's a heartwarming tale of human survival as people crash in a plane in the middle of the desert, and basically they have to get back to civilization. It's a long, arduous trek, and the only way they can make it is by taming a wild donkey to carry their wares. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Buckaroo.
Right.
We should be film executives. We could make
Okay,
millions off these
okay.
ideas.
Right. Last one. Then we'll move on. Okay. What you do is you take the Saw premise, okay, and you start off. Somebody wakes up in a great big long building, and this building has been built to look like every moment that you've ever experienced, and within each one there is a riddle, right? You've got to get to the end before you die. It's the game of life, and he's going to play the game with you.
So can I add one, and I'm not going to do anything else for it? I want them to remake Darkman, but I want it to be Mr. Potato Head. So
Right.
he just sticks plastic copies of people's faces on his face, and he's going to get in and out before it falls out.
I think we need to move on.
We're moving on.
No, I can't. No,
Go
move
on.
on. No,
Our,
no Monopoly.
Our newest
just be
member has posted a question. Logan Blaze.
Which I'm going to believe is his real name, and he is indeed the bastard offspring of Wolverine and the Phoenix. Schnicked! I'm on fire!
He actually appears to be the brother of one of my characters.
Do you have a character called Blaze?
Yes, Eleanor Blaze.
Ah. Curse you, Logan Blaze, marrying fictional characters.
I said brother.
Marrying your own brother.
We can
Sister.
marry brothers, right? Are you?
Marrying your own...
Dear God. Right, anyway.
Well, we've offended him enough, so he'll leave.
I think we just don't need to try and untangle this crazy world of Logan Blaze. Marrying
Hi,
his
gang.
brother sister who's a fictional character. Oof.
Hi, gang. First post here for the podcast. Better make it good.
Yes,
We're
yes.
going to be an epic fail there. Anyway,
We're waiting for you.
been thinking. Binary bonding, the masters. This tended to see melding of organic and biological, and often saw one personality overtake the other, in headmasters at least. I just wondered how the more finite nature of humankind would work with the immortal metal of the bots. What would happen if one time the bot goes to transform, takes off his head, and there is a dead old man there? What would be the reaction? What would happen? Thoughts, storylines, go wild, go nuts, get drunk. Let's see what you come up with. Well, as soon as I read this one, I had an image in my head, and that's, you know, when you see the kids transform in Master Foot, it's completely physically impossible. They would be dead.
Yeah.
I just get the idea of the head on, the head goes on, and the robot just kind of stood there going, and he just kind of takes his head off, and kind of goes. And the body falls out and he puts the head back on.
Shakes out all the goo.
Yeah. Let's not try that one again, that was a bit embarrassing.
You've just got several hundreds of years later, and the process has extended their lives to an extent, and you've just got Hardhead going, I need a break, transform into his tank, and the robot just come and go, poop pants. And Hannah just go, not again. Poop pants.
Poop pants.
Oh, dear us, poop pants.
Todd.
I kind of get the
Todd.
idea
Todd.
that, not to get too technical, but I think with the bonding process, the Cybertronian parts would probably keep the organic cells
Yeah, I always
working.
kind of thought that would. I also like the idea of they didn't think along them lines. They've just gone, crap, we need this help.
Yeah.
We're not looking 20, 30 years in the future when they get old and die. We're looking at what we need now.
If you follow the headmaster idea in the Rebirth, what you've basically got is piloted mechs.
Yeah.
Sentient but piloted mechs. If you look at it through the Marvel G1 stuff, what you've got is an actual bonding process. They are bonded. They are one.
Yeah.
So
That's more evident with Prime than anybody else.
Yeah,
and
because
Fort Max
And Zarek as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking Fort Max and
Yeah, because
Galen.
Yeah, Max lost his original pilot, didn't he?
Yeah, and Spike.
Because he got killed, and then Spike stepped in. They didn't feel like there was a difference. So to a certain extent, he's like, well, he's dead. Get me a fresh fleshy.
Get me a fresh one.
This one appears to have broken. Fetch me a new one.
He just opens up a cupboard and there's just people hanging there. Help me! Help me! You shall be my head for the next 20 years.
You shall be Spike Mark 12.
I still like the
With
idea.
Pepe dead, you shall be the new Fortress Maximus head.
I still kind of like the idea of
Come here, Robin.
a Godmaster just kind of like going like, aha, transform, good on, and then just kind of like after the fight, just kind of going, just taking the God part off and just opening it up and
Shaky, shaky, shaky.
get another one tomorrow.
Burn through another one. Son of a bitch.
I never quite understood the Godmaster process.
Well,
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 it's
If you think about it right,
go on.
there's only a finite amount of energy you can squeeze out of a human.
well, no. The difference between the Godmasters and the Headmasters was good on.
Well, you're mixing your two.
Fair enough.
Because with Power Masters, they provided the energy.
Yeah,
With God Masters, that was just how they combined.
yeah. Okay.
And it was a separate thing. That was always Jinrai is Jinrai.
Yeah.
Whether he's the human or he's the God Master.
No,
Whereas with Power Masters,
I actually
they-
meant Power Masters.
Yeah,
I didn't
Power
realise
Masters
it
they
said
needed
Godmaster.
generate. I know in the comics they had Dreadwind and Dreadwings and Darkwing. I can always get them mixed up. The engine separated and were just going at it in a buffet bar
Yeah.
because they needed to generate that extra energy for it. Obviously they did it briefly, and then as they never really did in the Marvel comics, they didn't need them as much.
Yeah.
People don't want these toys anymore. Sell these guys.
Yeah.
So that idea was dropped. You also notice how the bonding process was more evident in some than it was in others.
Yes.
That's a question. Now. If they were there creating the energy, what happened when the human sort of starts to get exhausted? Does the robot then get exhausted and then go, and then it's just a kind of case of right. Here you go, little fella. You're some good shit.
I don't know if it's injecting the human with smack or injecting the robot with human. Get in on my pistons, baby!
It's a
But to actually answer the proper question, right. So Bot transforms, takes off his head, and there's a dead old man there. So let's take an actual headmaster.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take. My brain has gone completely blank.
Brainstorm?
Brainstorm, right? Brainstorm will do.
Oh, I've got an interesting thought after this, but carry on.
Oh, go right ahead.
No, carry on, because this'll, I
Okay.
think
So, would the storyline be that Brainstorm's starting to slow down a bit? He's not entirely sure why.
because the person in him is starting to slow and can't
Yeah.
react as fast and generate
The
it.
senility's kicking in.
Yeah.
It starts to slow right the way down. When the human, or Nebulan, or Battle Beast dies, Battle Beast headmasters. Wow,
That'd be really good for the con.
that'd be awesome. Oh, but anyway, lost my train of thought now. When the human dies, does the robot continue, but at a much, much reduced
He would
rate?
go back to normal.
Mhm.
Or he might even get worse because he's so used to
Yeah.
that extra level.
So would-
Basically, it's kind of like a drug.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Once you take
I
that
was-
away, he's like,
I quite like the idea of it becoming a junkie.
I've never really read any of the comics or anything with the headmasters, I don't think. But I mean, from what I remember of the original G1 cartoon when they brought in the headmasters, the headmasters was more or less just to...
It was a second pair of eyes. And
yeah, it was basically just to handle sort of things with combat, because they made the case of if you're in vehicle mode and you're in a battle, it's better to have the robot concentrating on driving, whereas the human can handle your weapons.
Yeah.
So I'd just kind of see it as more of a case of, I'm kind of upset, but,
Hard head, transform and attack. I can't, my head's dead.
Yeah.
I don't see it as, personally I don't see it as they get slower or less powerful. I see it more as a case of it just be a kind of, I'm really sad because
well, there
partner's
is a
dead.
blurring, because I think that's something we've just hit on there, is there's the blurring of the two ideas, because one side was they became faster and more intelligent because of it, but that was where they were bonding. Whereas in the animated stuff it was more, it's a second set of eyes, and they weren't connected at all. But the thing I was going to say about them getting old and stuff, do you think that's why Arcee said I want Daniel? Because he's the youngest. He's got about another 20, 30 years on top of them Nebulon guys. So she's just edging her bets.
I like it because it actually removes the entire dark and disturbing part.
It's not because she loves them.
Don't touch the boy! I need him for my brain!
Yeah, it is literally, crap, I'm going to be stuck to that for X amount of years. I better get 20, 30 years plus on these other guys. I'll take the kid.
Yeah. The kid's broken.
The kid.
His brain still works, baby. Brain still works. Don't know why Arcee's suddenly got a much deeper voice than I have. My name's Arcee.
She's actually called Ronald Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins. What about IDW Universe? The way that headmasters work in IDW.
Do they work in IDW?
It seemed, you never really got explained, but it seemed to be that the knowledge and everything of the Cybertronian was stored, but it was the headmaster that became the dominant personality.
Was the machination stuff, but obviously when it came to Scarpknock and Hunter, it wasn't very clear what was happening with them, and there was never a lot of time taken to explain what. There was never a long run.
No,
shall we say?
Well, no, in IDW wasn't it just the headmaster drones?
That was meaning the characters, the individuals, rather than the drones.
Sunstreaker and Scarpknock, the ones who actually had
because the drones were just being run by the guy.
Yeah. It was literally just a mech suit, but they were accessing everything.
The one thing I didn't get with them, the one thing that really confused me, was the fact that, in most of the headmaster stuff, transforms into the vehicle, the head transforms back into a dude and he's driving the car.
Whereas they
never had that.
Yeah.
The only time you ever saw them actually transform into a little dude was when the robot was in robot mode.
Yeah,
which means
it was
meant it was a bot without a head, which I thought was completely retarded.
I always felt they were a bit more like the Japanese version of it. Because there was no main intelligence.
They are the pilot
master.
master.
An extension of them, and they just chose.
It's basically a battle suit, isn't it?
It's like that.
You've got the smaller guy attaches to the battle suit.
It's like the bit where he tells Sunstreaker to stay put while he checks it out. I think. He's basically telling him to cool his jets.
Yeah.
I think it would have worked much better if he'd sort of jumped off, and Sunstreaker would have had to automatically just revert to car mode.
Yeah.
I think it would have worked a lot better.
I always do like that idea of if you haven't got your headmaster or power master, you're stuck.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember which one it is. It might have been Joyride. He's always his bio is that he's forgetful. And he always leaves his power master behind. So he's like rolling off going, it's going to kill some Decepticons. Ah, crap. Transform. Ah, son of a bitch.
Anyhow, what I was aiming for was Zarek died in the IDW one. And Scorponok's entire thing with that was bollocks.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to find a new one.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if
but then again,
he was his head. Maybe he was just
know.
the initial experiment.
Yeah. But then later on, Abraham Dante was
Dante.
He seemed to be more of a continuation of Scorponok than being Dante himself.
Well, I think that was more down to how screwed up Scorponok was.
And with that, I think it's more. Whereas Sunstreaker is more willing to share for now. Scorponok would have just gone, well, fuck you, I don't care, dominate.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think very much like the Zarek thing. It feels very much like he dominates him.
Yeah.
That's the bit, but it seeps.
Mm-hmm.
And you never obviously
It's
you never
working
get a chance.
both ways.
Yeah. Obviously in G1 you got a feeling that Zarek seeped back in.
Yeah, because Scorponok went from the heartless, merciless warrior to being quite a honourable
and heroic. Yeah, at least that bit where the Unicron guys are going to kill Prime, and he's just like, should I? And he's a bit nervous, and that's Zarek going, well, I'm scared, I don't want to fight. And then Scorponok's going, I don't care, I'll fuck everything up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Prime, fuck him. And then Zarek's just going, yeah, but this guy's helped us.
Yeah.
Let's go get him.
In fact, I can even give you the line, the perfect line that sums up the Marvel one. It's, I may be Lord Zarek, nothing more than a man, but I am also Scorponok!
Yeah.
Which is...
There's a couple of times like that, isn't it? Where it's that point. I think that's one of the better examples, but
Marvel G1
IDW,
Scorponok is just astoundingly good, though.
I love the character.
Mm-hmm.
We never really got a chance to see where that went.
Yeah.
Like so many things in IDW.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, more disappointment.
For every Last Stand of the Wreckers, there's an ongoing.
And a Bumblebee. And the Continuum.
Just stop.
Well, this is really bad, actually. Yeah?
Stop it. You're going to depress yourself.
Yeah.
Probably. Well, is that the last of the questions?
That's the last of the questions.
Hopefully we attempted to answer it there. Or at least gave you something to think about.
Yeah, well, we went all over the place. I quite like that one. That was a good question.
Yeah.
Okay then, so, unless there's any other news or business anybody wants to throw in the faces of our listeners.
I don't like having a cold. That's all I'm
I
gonna
like
say.
being alive. I like being alive. I like being alive.
Okay.
Wait. Yes.
I have just had a random thought.
Mm-hmm.
Further to my comment earlier about Sunstreaker being Patrick Bateman. Him running down the hallway chasing RC and nothing but his feet plates. And the chainsaw. Not the fucking face!
Well, if we haven't done any this week, we'll throw some homebrew onto the sites, onto the forums before the next episode. What the hell is wrong with my brain today? Go on.
You're coming down after AA, mate. We're all out of it.
Come on, brain, work. So, with that...
Actually, I've got an idea.
Yeah? What have you got?
Sunstreaker Sideswipe.
Mm-hmm.
What's everyone's views? Because they messed about with it a bit in the IDW one.
Yeah.
You weren't quite sure what it was. What do you reckon it was? Were they actual brothers, or were they just brothers in arms?
Or were they bummers?
Or were they clones of each other?
I was going to leave the bummers thing out.
Hell, I'm putting it out there.
Or were they in fact the same guy in two bodies? And when they merge together, they become punch and counterpunch.
Certainly the figures do, anyway. So yeah, are they brothers in arms, or lovers?
Or crazy clones that didn't quite clone right.
And if
there was the separated spark theory, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's what the twin. That's generally what twins are originally.
And yeah, if you want to put anything down to back up your theory as well, so if you've got an idea of why they're like that or anything, just pop that down there. And if
don't just put a one-word answer.
Yeah,
no.
If it's
I'll hunt you down and smack the shit out of you.
And if it's
you don't want that.
If it's good, we'll well, hell, even if it isn't, we'll probably discuss it and bitch and whine about it.
Yeah. Yes. My voice still doesn't return to normal after
Once a man!
Once a man! Ow. I think that was actually the sound of my throat packing in. So, with the following words, we shall finish for the evening. Shut up!
Last word.
Balls to you!
You have been listening to the Old Oilhouse, and